Hi, I am Ashley Sims, and this is my interviewee, Caitlin LaBud. We're going to be interviewing today about her report. Um, Caitlin, thank you so much for meeting me
Thank
today.
you for inviting me.
I really appreciate you being able to record our session
Absolutely.
today. So, Caitlin, tell me about your job.
I work for a bank, and I am a SBA National Sales Manager. I cover 5 states, have employees in all 5 states,
Wow.
and also do customer lending as well, so player coach. So lots going on in my position.
Amazing. And that sounds like a lot. So with that wonderful job and doing so many amazing things, does that cause stress?
Yes, absolutely. You can love what you do, but you can also love what you do so much and be so involved, you can have stress. I mean, everybody has stress. It's how you deal with it's the issue. I would say my stress workload fluctuates daily, but I probably would be a 7 or 8 on most days. Plus, I travel a lot throughout the month, and out of the office weeks at a time. So I'm on the road about 2 weeks out of every month, and so it's just trying to get everything done throughout the month and doing it on the road. So I would say a 7 or 8 for sure.
Oh wow, okay. So with that stress load, is there anything you think you can do to maybe lighten the stress a little bit, or?
Well, since in this role, I have I stress eat. So I think eating better would do much better. And then if you eat better, you sleep better. So if you exercise, you sleep better. Being on the road in a hotel, you don't sleep much.
Yes.
So I think a lot of the things, stress contributes to a lot of my unhealthy habits.
Yeah. Same to me. I binge eat anytime I can, and that's one of my flaws. When I'm bored, I eat. And so I feel like that's one of my struggles too.
Absolutely.
And being in a hotel, I love my own bed. I can't imagine not being outside my bed, and I can't sleep. Or I need my pillow. I need my pillow.
Yes, miss your pillow, miss your bed. Yes, agreed.
And so, you said sleep. So, how much sleep do you think you get?
I would say a maximum of 6 hours. It just fluctuates. It's according to what all's going on throughout the day, deadlines, how late you work, or how early you got to get up the next morning to get on a plane. So a maximum of 6 hours a night, max. Normally 3 to 6. Yes.
Okay. Do you want to sleep more? Is that something you wish you could do?
I would love to sleep more. Absolutely, I would. And have restful sleep, not wake up in the middle of the night and worry about more things. Just stay asleep the whole night.
Okay. And also, you said about your eating habits.
Yes.
So what's a certain meal? Do you eat out a lot? Do you cook, or what? I know you said you're traveling a lot, so I know there's probably a lot of more eating out than cooking.
When you're traveling, there's no healthy food. You're eating, and you're constantly entertaining people. So it's the appetizers. Everybody wants the wine. Everybody, it's just so much unhealthy, lots of calorie eating. Everybody wants dessert, and then when you're entertaining customers, you can't just say, oh no, I'm not having dessert, but you can, so you feel obligated to eat very unhealthy. So in the hotel, I probably should go back and work out in the gyms. Since COVID, a lot of those are closed. So and then there's COVID precautions in some states that you only one person at a time, so you have to make appointments to go into the gym, even just to walk on the treadmill. I mean, so at some degree, I was just, my mindset was I'm going to go do it, but then I just quit bringing my shoes, and that was just extra heavy. It made my suitcase more heavy to carry my shoes and my workout clothes, and so because you couldn't get in the gym anyway, so it's just another excuse for me not to work out.
Yeah, I make excuses for myself all the time, but I love how you bring your shoes and make. So you could think I need to exercise, and that kind of pushes you to exercise.
It does.
When that COVID restrictions hit, it's kind of hard to do that then. So it's and entertaining customers, eating healthy and unhealthy. Yeah, it's hard to do because
extremely.
Yes. So Caitlin, how much weight do you want to lose?
Well, in the last, I'd say 2 years, my workout, I used to work out every day. I like to brag that in 2020, in the middle of COVID, I did over 200 miles of jogging and walking that month. I was probably extremely fit. Since then, I kept that up for a few months, went back full time to work and wasn't, I was working at home at the time. And then my workout kind of went downhill a little bit. So I would love to start working out again, being more healthy eating, and lose about 10 pounds. So yeah, I've put on about 10 pounds since I'd say I went back to work in September of last year. So over the last year and 2 months.
Yeah. So what are certain things that you can do to lose that weight, you think?
I think it's just being more conscious about what I put in my mouth.
What you put in your mouth.
Yeah, because I'm a stress eater, or when I'm trying to get a loan put together or get it entered into the computer or whatever, I just I just don't think about it. But I get hungry. It's not that I'm hungry. It's just I stress eat while I'm doing all that work. So I mean, it's just a filler.
Yeah. So when you stress eat, what is your go-to snack?
A granola bar.
A granola bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or some kind of little chocolate chip cupcake thing or something. Yeah. Chocolate chip bar.
Yeah. So you have a sweet tooth.
I have a sweet tooth, and it's very, very bad.
Everyone has a sweet tooth. Everyone loves the occasional dessert, occasional snack, chocolate, everything.
Yeah.
So with sweets.
Yes.
So do you think when you're binge eating, you tend to you grab more sweets and more
Absolutely.
of the sweet foods instead of the salty, or an occasional fruit or vegetable to eat?
Yeah.
So
yes.
What do you think you can do instead of?
I need to find a diet plan, talk to a nutritionalist or something, and figure out a diet plan that fits me better. I used to do a high protein diet and did like the protein shakes and different things, but kidney stones happen when you drink or eat too much protein, and so that is not the diet for me. And so I need to do a better job of finding the diet that fits my everyday life, something I can keep up with, and do the rest of my life, be accustomed to. Diets that don't fit your everyday life. You just do it for a short amount of time, you lose some weight, but then you gain it all back. So I want something that I can do forever and stay healthy.
Of course. And do you also, with that diet, do you also exercise, or do you just want to stick with?
No, I want to exercise. I want to be toned.
You want to be toned.
So yes, I don't want the flabby arms when I have my sundress on in the summer. I want to be toned.
Yes. And you mentioned you travel a lot, and do you think you, when you're out, you walk more than you normally do at staying at your desk? What's your?
We have a large campus at the headquarters where I work, so I walk a ton.
Walk a ton.
Yes, and I normally don't. And when I'm out and I'm running around in different locations, meeting with clients, I don't have the shoes on that would make you want to walk more. I'm wearing the heels or the uncomfortable shoes, so I don't get that walking in that I normally would do when I'm in the office where I wear my flats and we have a large campus. I feel comfortable walking around, walking up and down the stairs, that kind of thing.
Okay, so you think you do better working in your office rather than traveling?
Absolutely, because you're confined to whatever your customer and your client wants to do. It's out meeting with them, walking through their business. It's a stroll. It's not a walk. You're looking at different things. That it's different. You're going into their conference room. You're sitting and talking and listening and looking at PowerPoints and doing presentations. It's just a lot of sitting. So. Yeah, definitely. If I'm in my office, in my home office here or at the headquarters, I do a lot better.
Yeah, and I would love to ask you this question.
Sure.
If there was more time during the day, maybe an extra hour, maybe extra 30 minutes, what would you do during that extra time?
Extra time, I would love to. My favorite exercising is either running, or I'd say jogging, walking, hiking, being on the elliptical, Peloton, those kind of things. If I had an extra hour in the day, I would focus more on myself.
On yourself.
Instead of focusing on work. Because it boils down to, I got to take care of myself too. I got to take care of work, my clients, but I also got to take care of myself. So someone's around to take care of those people.
Yeah. And in a previous interview, you mentioned you had kids. Now, tell me about them. How old are they? Do you do a lot with them?
Yes, they're 22 and 24, but they're real brats, and they will not. They will not work out with me. They're too cool for mom. No, I'm kidding. No, no, my daughters are wonderful. I have a 22 and 24-year-old daughters. They're very fit. They are always eating right, that kind of thing. So, you know, they're wonderful, good people.
Now, when you say they don't want to work out with you, do you think you would do better with a working out buddy, maybe potentially finding someone, maybe finding workout groups possibly, or finding someone you can, you know, maybe connect with and work better?
I think so. If I'm out walking around, like if I'm going around the lake, I walk around the lake a lot. If I'm doing that, I want someone to go with me, because when I walk, it's 5 miles or jog. So I want someone to go with me. If you do that for 5 miles, it's a long way, and you know, so it helps motivate you. If I'm home and I have in my own, what we call the gym, it's okay to do it by myself. So, but otherwise, but if I'm out and about hiking or whatever, I'd love to have somebody with me.
Yeah. So, what's something you can do? Like, how do you think you can find a workout person? Do you think you can ask your kids again? I know they say maybe kind of beg them, bribe them, maybe.
Sure.
Like, or maybe find a work friend who maybe can meet up, or have maybe some friends on Facebook put it out. Maybe find a group.
Yeah.
So, what do you think you could do?
Definitely, my oldest daughter likes to go walk, so I go walk with her. So when she's available, work friends, I normally don't want to work out with them, because then there's always the talk of work, and you're back at it again. And I, you know, not that I clock out, but at some point you have to clock out.
Yes.
You got to know when to say when. So I normally don't want to work out with work buddies or anything like that. So, but if I'm outside hiking or whatever, I think a family, a good friend that I've had forever, not work related, is someone good to go with.
Perfect. Well, Caitlin, thank you so much for meeting me today. I really
Thank you,
appreciate
Ashley.
it.
You're wonderful.
And
thank you for thinking of me.
yeah, no